The horror genre is building strong hype with upcoming games that promise darker worlds, deeper stories, and more intense fear than before. From psychological terror to survival horror, these titles are gaining attention for their atmosphere, realism, and the way they keep players constantly on edge. Let's get right in.
Simon, listen to me.
Silent Hill Townfall places Simon Ordell in the island town of St. Amelia, where he returns to address past events while moving through a fog-covered area that appears abandoned but remains active beneath the surface. With gameplay in first person using limited weapons and tools, including a handheld CRTV device that tunes unstable signals to uncover clues, alongside tense evasion, sudden combat encounters, and puzzles that reveal fragments of hidden history.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different. I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
you can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Flesh and Wire follows Angel, a victim drawn into a distorted reality after a violent incident, where she seeks answers and revenge against the gunman responsible, using first-person shooting with a wide range of weapons, from standard firearms to improvised tools and strange artifacts that grant unusual abilities, while facing military forces, hostile groups, and unknown creatures across varied locations, with hidden recordings, messages, and a journal system used to uncover details behind the events.
voices, let them stop.
Please get up!
Oh, please.
Noah!
Cthulhu, the Cosmic Abyss, places Noah, an occult investigator, at a deep-sea mining station in the Pacific that has stopped responding, where he works with an AI companion to examine clues, solve puzzles, and track the disappearance of miners, while navigating a large underwater structure tied to ancient forces, managing sanity under growing mental pressure, and using branching decisions and hidden paths to uncover secrets linked to the submerged city of Relaya.
Your advanced AI companion, you'll explore, investigate, and try to put words on what cannot be explained. From the start, our goal was to create a narrative detective game where knowledge is the key. We wanted you to experience the same genuine eureka moment we all had in titles like Outer Wilds or The Forgotten City.
Did it. We fucking did it.
You fucking did it.
When everything finally clicks and the path forward seems clearer than ever.
Elsa, do you read me?
Noah?
I'm here with the star. I got it.
What's it like?
I don't know. It's almost unreal. What happened?
For that, you'll be equipped with innovative tools like the sonar, or the vault, designed to fully immerse you in the thrill of discovery and deduction.
Wang Mei's home is near. Take the next left.
Got it. Turning left. Thank you, Key.
From the submerged forest of New England to the ancient Cyclopean city of Relaya, You'll journey through mind-bending environments that defy the laws of physics. We can't wait for you to experience the game when it launches on April 16th. Thank you for watching, and see you in the depths.
What are we willing to do to save?
Remothered Red Nun's legacy follows Susan, a mother searching for her missing daughter after a new clue leads her to an isolated residence in Sicily, where gameplay combines survival, horror, stealth, and psychological elements, requiring players to hide from stalkers, manage limited resources, and solve puzzles to progress, while using hypnosis-based mechanics to read objects, uncover hidden passages, and reveal memories that connect the events to the origins of the Red Nun. Shadowman Darque Legacy follows Jack Boniface as he takes on the role of Shadowman and moves between the worlds of the living and the dead to stop a growing threat. Gameplay focuses on close combat against cultists and supernatural enemies using various weapons and finishing moves. It also includes RPG-style progression for new abilities, along with environmental puzzles that require shifting between two connected realms to uncover paths and overcome obstacles. Halloween places players in Haddonfield on the night of 1978. Gameplay offers both single-player and multiplayer modes. One side controls Michael Myers using stealth and abilities to hunt targets. Other players take the role of survivors who must cooperate, use items, warn residents, and call authorities. It features 1v4 matches, interactive NPCs, and changing situations that affect how players plan, escapes, or attempt to stop the threat.
Know and love, but we're incredibly excited to pull back the curtain and unveil more details that demonstrate our commitment to delivering our most robust, dynamic, and terrifying multiplayer offering yet. Michael Myers is a creeping, methodical killer, and on Halloween night, Haddonfield becomes his hunting ground. The boogeyman's primary desire is to eliminate every living resident in this quiet town, but he also begins each match with a list of special targets that supply greater rewards if killed before time expires. These unfortunate residents are positioned across various sites in the map, and Michael players are empowered to use their nightmare suite of abilities to locate, terrorize, and ultimately execute their victims and anyone bold enough to interfere with their bloodthirsty ambitions. Killer Sense allows players to step behind the mask and stalk the residents of Haddonfield. When using this skill and entering the first-person perspective, Michael becomes aggressively aware of his surroundings and the proximity of potential prey. By focusing on targets with murderous intent, Michael builds varying levels of stalk, which aid him in identifying and tracking targets and open increasingly satisfying options for executions. An effective killer always keeps their victims unaware of their presence until those final fatal moments. While historically Michael Myers isn't known for his speed, fundamental abilities like shape jump amplify the shape's mobility with hauntingly unpredictable results. In shape jump, Michael slips into the shadows to move around environments unseen. Not only does this increase Michael's base movement speed, but it also provides access to other powerful traversal options, including Shape Dash, which sends Michael lunging forward with violent momentum. Shape Jump is confidently one of the most powerful tools at Michael's disposal, and supplies unlimited possibilities for iconic jump scare moments.
Stay cool.
However, that potency comes with a few major caveats. Our masked antagonist can only enter and exit Shape Jump while in the cover of darkness or outside a resident's line of sight. The light may provide temporary reprieve for the residents of Haddonfield, but Michael can work to remove sources of illumination by shutting off lights, cutting power, and even catalyzing temporary blackouts.
Oh God!
Despite the unquestionable malevolence of Michael Myers, his horrifying homecoming to Haddonfield won't be welcomed without resistance. As the body count climbs and evidence of the boogeyman's presence becomes undeniable, local authorities, residents, and distinct playable civilians may decide to gather weapons and face off against evil itself. Thankfully, Michael knows his way around sharp objects and will have multiple options for melee combat encounters. And if especially persistent Haddonfieldites do manage to get the upper hand in an exchange, don't worry.
How the hell? It's not possible.
We've said it once, and we'll say it again. You can't kill the boogeyman. While Michael swiftly endeavors to turn Haddonfield into a graveyard, our heroic group of civilian characters desperately attempts to save their neighbors and escape the boogeyman's bloodthirst. As a civilian, it's up to you to find fellow Haddonfield residents, convince them of his malicious intent, and guide them safely to one of several possible randomized escapes located around the map before they meet an untimely end. This distinctive cast of playable civilian characters each comes equipped with unique stats, special traits, and signature personalities. To ensure no two matches of Halloween play out the same, our team has constructed a vast playground of possibilities in Haddonfield, offering civilians a multitude of diverse gameplay systems to aid them in achieving their objectives and surviving the night. As civilians navigate these environments, they'll uncover points of interest, revealing resident NPCs, lootable containers, hiding places, telephones, possible escape routes, and more. Thoroughly and cautiously exploring your surroundings could very well mean the difference between life and death. And when death comes to your little town, it's probably not a bad idea to head to your neighbors and contact the local authorities. Civilians are tasked with tracking down surviving residents and warning them of the looming threat. Successful conversations with residents can permit civilians to request additional calls to police, commands to find secure hiding places, or companionship as they navigate the formerly peaceful streets of Haddonfield.
Should we stick together? Maybe work better as a team.
Whether it's a local family friend or the authorities, there's safety in numbers. Once the innocent residents of Haddonfield have been located and persuaded, it's time for the civilians to plan their harrowing escape. Lootable containers scattered throughout the map contain weapons, distractions, and key items that can be used to unlock and access a variety of possible escape routes. The location of these items and escapes changes from match to match, so civilians greatly benefit from adjusting their strategies based on the objects uncovered. It's also worth noting that initiating these escape sequences generates a tremendous amount of noise, which will alert Michael to your exact location. So what happens in the likely event that a civilian becomes another display of Michael's wretched, inhumane nature? Well, their Haddonfield story isn't over just yet. Even in death, they can support their friends and even return as a sheriff's deputy or the unrelenting Dr. Loomis. Once they've re-emerged upon the streets of Haddonfield, they can cooperate with the remaining civilians and responding officers to try and put a stop to Michael's murderous rampage.
Freeze where you are, Michael. You're coming with me.
While he can't be killed, with enough community resistance, the proper equipment, and sheer manpower, he can be detained and shipped back to Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Halloween is a legendary film with a genre-defining legacy, and our mission has been to bring the film's unsettling sense of dread to our asymmetrical horror sandbox. By empowering players to control the tension and stage the scares, we're building a multiplayer experience designed with replayability at the forefront. We'll have more details to share regarding character progression, character traits, customization, proximity chat, and more thrilling gameplay features in the coming months. But we can't wait for all of you to join us when Halloween launches on September 8th, 2026.
The Blood of Dawnwalker takes place in 14th century Europe during war and plague, where players control Cohen, a character who shifts between human form by day and vampire form by night, with gameplay built around two distinct ability sets that change combat and movement, along with an open world structure, time-based progression that limits available actions, and choices that affect events, alliances, and outcomes, while uncovering hidden secrets tied to the land and its history.
Where are my family?
Jesus. The coronation. It's in 30 days.
So Princess wants to be a prince now. And mark the occasion with my family's blood.
Princess will rip you to shreds. There might be another way. If you are to stand a chance, you need to prepare. You need to take risks. Find allies.
I have no love for Princess's regime. He is a vile monster.
Some have already taken up arms, haven't they?
A Vrakir joining the rebellion? Are you serious? What on earth are you?
It's as if the Vrakir in you is dormant during the day and awakens with nightfall.
You're not the only one wanting to see Brentsus turn to ash. We're in for a rough time. Follow me and do your best to survive.
It's easy to go a step too far. Go down a path you can't turn back from.
I think it's high time you tell me what the hell is going on.
In the end, it's every man for himself.
As I see it, we're both far beyond redemption.
Doesn't mean we should kill people on a whim.
I'm just trying to save my family.
Good. Bad. Fairy tales. People tell themselves to preserve their sanity.
Ill takes place inside a large research fort overtaken by a mysterious entity. Players use first-person combat with realistic weapon handling, maintenance, and upgrades. Survival depends on managing inventory and crafting items. Enemies behave unpredictably and react to sound and environmental changes. A detailed dismemberment system and physics-based interactions affect combat and puzzle solving, while movement through the facility is shaped by these systems.
And pandemic, access to all external areas is restricted.
The Sinking City 2 takes place in a flooded version of Arkham set in the 1920s. Players use third-person survival gameplay with firearms to fight creatures such as Deep Ones and other hostile groups. Movement across the city includes navigating water-filled areas and entering damaged buildings. The game also includes inventory management, optional puzzles, and backtracking, with scattered clues and side cases used to uncover additional events and outcomes.
What the hell happened here?
Alien Deathstorm takes place in a destroyed off-world colony affected by a constant megastorm. Players control a combat engineer in first person and rely on firearms and tactical movement to survive against large numbers of hostile alien creatures. Combat involves managing resources and reacting to fast threats while moving through damaged areas. The environment and storm conditions add pressure, affecting visibility, movement, and how encounters are handled.
Warning. Adverse weather conditions detected. Wind speeds reaching survival threshold. Seek shelter.
Sometimes things don't go as planned. And sometimes...
Retrieval follows Hanaloshe, a commander stranded on the distant planet Ryhalion inside a retro-futuristic subway facility. Gameplay uses third-person shooting with survival elements, where players manage threats from hostile enemies while moving through connected areas. Progress depends on solving situations and uncovering hidden details about the facility. The game also includes narrative sequences that reveal events linked to the research team and the conditions that led to the situation.
The lack of understanding to push what we don't know when something should be left alone.
There's nothing we can do.
there is no
Clive Barker's Hellraiser revival follows Aiden as he uses a puzzle box called the Genesis Configuration to rescue his girlfriend from a hostile realm. Gameplay uses a first-person perspective with a mix of weapons and special abilities granted by the box. Players fight cultists and other hostile entities while managing survival. Progress involves using the box's powers alongside combat to deal with enemies and move through dangerous areas connected to the labyrinth.
Sometimes the things we think we need are not all that good for us.
As you say, I have witnessed you, Aiden Lynch. You crave what we offer, your desires, so plentiful. Give in to your thirst.
such delicious torment. It is done. She belongs to the labyrinth now. But perhaps we can come to an arrangement.
What do you want from me?
Aiden Lynch. You will give yourself to our purpose. All that you are. Let us begin.
La Divina Commedia places a warrior poet in a corrupted version of Dante's setting, where players fight through demonic enemies using action RPG combat with multiple weapon classes that offer different mechanics and playstyles. The game uses procedurally generated dungeon runs where players gather loot and must extract to keep it. Choices affect abilities through a sin alignment system, while crafting allows full control over weapons and armor used in combat. Silver Pines follows investigator Red Walker as he searches for a missing musician in a small town with a hidden past. Gameplay uses a 2.5D Metroidvania structure where players unlock new areas by finding tools and items. Combat allows fighting or avoiding enemies while managing limited resources such as health items and ammunition. Progress also depends on solving puzzles and navigating interconnected paths filled with hostile creatures and blocked routes.
I'll find Eddie Melvin. I promise. I knew how this catastrophe would start from the very beginning.
The Midnight Walkers takes place inside the Liberty Grand Center mega complex, where players enter matches in solo or team modes to gather loot and survive against zombies and other players. Gameplay uses first-person shooting with a focus on extraction, where escaping allows players to keep items, while death results in losing everything. It also includes crafting, trading, class-based abilities, and environmental hazards like spreading gas that forces movement between floors.
Worth saving. That's why I created this show. To prove that humans are far more savage than the dead. This hell, I didn't create it. You did. Now, let the real game begin.
BrokenLore Dark Dawn places players in the role of a kidnapping victim trying to escape captivity while dealing with a fractured state of mind. Gameplay uses a first-person perspective with survival elements such as scavenging and crafting tools. Progress depends on managing time-based events and maintaining mental stability, as panic and hallucinations affect actions. Players also navigate shifting environments influenced by sedatives, while avoiding threats and making decisions that impact survival.
I'm hallucinating, right?
Ah, so you were there. I was already starting to worry. Alright. You may wonder why you can't scream. Well, it's very simple. Let's see why, okay? You know, you are special to me. That's why I used anesthesia, so you don't get hurt.
Help! Please help!
To be made angry.
Oh shit! What is all this? Oh no! I don't want to see this. No! Get up! Get up! Help me!
Haunted Bloodlines takes place inside a shifting mansion tied to a tragic family history. Players use a first-person perspective with survival mechanics focused on hiding and avoiding threats, as there is no direct combat. Progress depends on solving puzzles, managing sanity, and reacting to changing environments. The game also includes time-based elements and switching between two realms to uncover hidden paths and reveal details connected to the house and its past. Kumarn, the Wandering Spirit, follows a childlike spirit moving through locations inspired by Thai folklore while searching for a place to belong. Gameplay uses stealth and environmental puzzles. requiring players to avoid hostile spirits and navigate obstacles. Progress depends on careful movement and timing while interacting with the surroundings. The game also includes a companion that assists during traversal and puzzle solving across different connected areas.